this is how you do a white kit.
Same. I didn't want to be like the only one with that hot take. I'm like, dude, this kid is absolutely fire. I like this a lot. So
I
I
didn't
so
know it was possible to make that kind of shaded look this trash on a kit, to be quite honest with you.
right? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Look at that. They're basically the same thing.
And now that I think about it, I feel like that away yellow China one is gonna even look worse when you wear it.
You know, I don't know. I almost get like toothpaste vibes from this kid. I don't know what to think, man. This is just really interesting.
There's been a lot of times where like nations completely change like the home jersey color and it looks like trash. And this is one of the times
It's
because
not a good looking kit. When you compare it to everything else, it's just not a good looking kit.
there is no saving that kit. There is just honestly burn it.
All right, ladies and gents, the what I'm calling the definitive 2023 Women's World Cup kit tier list. There's already a couple of these out there. I do think, though, Alina, that we're going to have a really good time with this one. I think that we're
Oh
probably
yes.
going to have just better opinions all the way around, if we're being honest. I think you're kind of a fashionista in this department. I am too, honestly. And when we're thinking about World Cup kits, I think there's so much personality that you could kind of bring to any one of these. And so we're just going to jump right in. We're going to start ranking these from goaded all the way down to burn it. At the end of the day, hopefully none of these kits make it to the burn it section, but I highly doubt it. I think we're going to have at least one or two in there. Argentina, the first kit, the first country on the agenda today. We have home and away. Let's start with home. I think it's classic. It's easy. Whether you're talking about the men's side, the women's side, everyone's very familiar with the sky blue and white. Equally, though, it also feels kind of basic, right? Or does it feel
Mhm.
classic to you? I think for all these picks, we're going to start ladies first. We'll work our way over to me. But how do you feel about just this the Argentina classic home kit?
I personally like it. I like kits that have stripes
Yeah,
and I for some reason just like that light blue like sky color blue, I love it. It I don't remember any kit where that color doesn't look classic and just nice to look at, nice to wear even. So for me, I would put it I wouldn't put it as goated
okay.
because I do think it's missing that one. I don't know what it's missing. It's just missing something. It's
I,
missing something for me.
I don't know how many more times they
Yeah.
could do this kit, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's so classic, it's iconic. The country itself, everyone's very familiar with. The men's team just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Um, should we say solid?
I would say solid, yeah. I
Yeah,
think solid is good for that.
I think so too. I think that worst case scenario too. I want to put this disclaimer out there. Things will move, people. Things will move across this board. For right now, we could think this one is solid, and then a couple other kits could just drastically change our mind. So
Yeah.
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll put it in solid for now. We got plenty more to get to. Now, the away one does have a lot more personality, right? It's got the black, the blue, kind of I think granular waves kind of coming through. It is very random, I will say. Even the Adidas stripes, one side's white, one side's sort of
Mhm.
orangey. Um, I think depending on who you are and what type of kits you like to rock, this could look great. It could also look horrible. So, I don't know, Lena, how you feel about this one?
You know me, I love my darker kits.
Yeah,
I really like how each side is a little different because I remember one of my more favorite U of A kits, it was the same thing where like one side was like neon and the other side was like hot pink. Um,
it's bold.
I
This
don't
one's
I
bold.
like it. I like it. Yeah, I to me it stands out a lot more. I do think on the picture it might not look as nice, but I do think that it might look better when it's worn.
Yeah,
Something gives me yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. But
I almost need to see it in store and hold it. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I really need to almost
Mhm.
try it on and really kind of see what this kit would feel like. I mean, because right now it just looks kind of random.
Mm.
Okay, I'll put it this way: is it better or worse than the home kit for Argentina?
One issue I have with the red color too on the right side is I never associate red with Argentina like ever.
Yeah,
So
it's random.
I do think that's maybe not the most accurate color to have on an Argentina kit.
I just don't
Um,
know what they were trying to do, right?
yeah,
Sometimes Adidas does a really good job with this. They get very cultural. They want to, really kind of tell stories
yeah.
with some of the kit designs. But with this one, I just don't know where they were going. But then
Mm.
again, the men's team had this like crazy purple one in the World Cup that
Hey, I love that, man. That
it
was
was with
good.
the
It was
flames at the
good.
bottom. It's
Mhm.
just Argentina does a little bit different. So for now, I'm with you. I think we'll put it behind them in solid. there as more kits come into the fold, there could be a chance it moves. Australia, one of the host nations. We're going with the away kit first, and in my opinion, the more bland of the two, but it does have a unique color tint to it. So, how you feeling about this? This interesting, like very kind of teal, light bluish, mixed with some dark blue underneath, and you have that yellow accent just on the sleeves as well as near the collar.
I didn't know it was possible to make that kind of shade look this trash on a kid, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I think the logo is a little off.
It might be. It
It
might be.
maybe it's just that picture, but that logo is way too large for kids. It
It's like
might
it's
look
like
better with the
they're trying to make it
numbers
a
too.
sponsor. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I maybe the number could actually fix the problem and kind of make
Balance it
that
out.
yeah, balance it out, make that logo a little less awkward. Um, but again, I like the color, but I think the logo throws it off. The
I'm between these two. I'm between,
yeah.
like, for me, I always ask myself, like if you're shopping right before the World Cup starts, you're at the tournament, you're in Australia, you're there at the gift shop, right? You see all the kits. Are you really choosing this one over any others?
Not a chance.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
it's even take that patch aside, right? With the badge, I
Mm,
think it's just like and maybe it's Nike. Maybe it's for some reason I feel like Nike, even with the men's World Cup previously, or even clubs around the globe, I feel like Nike's been phoning it in a little bit lately.
mm.
I'm really inclined to put it at ew, but uh I think I have to. I don't know. I don't know. How do you feel about this? Are you married to this either way? Like, would you demand that I put it here in the middle and just kind of keep it mid, or is it a tier below that?
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on the ew because,
Yeah,
as I said, like I love that color, right? Like I love kits with that color. They look really nice,
it's just
but
plain.
it's just they didn't get that right. They
Yeah,
didn't get it right.
yeah. Now, on the other hand, the home kit, and maybe it's because of how this orange looks swirly and
Yeah.
it's got this tint to it. The orange kit does stand out a bit. I think I remember watching Sam Kerr and some of the tune-up matches leading up to the World Cup rocking this, and I'm like, it looks good. It looks good for what you expect out of Australia. And honestly, their terrible color scheme, like as a whole, the orange and the green, and
Mm,
it's just not my thing per se. This is probably the best they could have come up with. I'm I'm a decent. To me, it's better than this kit for sure.
mm.
I wouldn't put it in ew. I'd probably put it in meh. But how do you feel about this?
I like it. I like it. I do think that I like the pattern.
Hmm.
Again, I would like to see someone wear it and see how it is because I feel like that is a kit that is kind of like between meh and ew for me right now. But my
Yeah.
opinion might change once you see it on an actual person.
Yeah.
But I do think, like for example, the not the collar, but like the arm cuff, that
Yeah.
area. I do think they got that better than the other one because the other one they made it white when I do think they should have kind of made it darker. Um, but I just think it matches better. It
It
matches
does.
better with yeah, it matches better.
Yeah, the colors go a little better
Yeah.
together. So I like this. I think that right
Mm.
now, and we're pretty confident saying this is not above either of the Argentina kits,
No.
right? It's
Mm-mm.
probably here in just middle of the park.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, moving on. Brazil, very very reminiscent of the men's team. Almost, I think, an exact replica. I feel like because I remember seeing these kits for the 2022 Men's World Cup. But either way, they are the women's kits as well for this tournament. Let's go with the away one first. It is a little more colorful, a little more flowery on the sleeves. Um, it's got that Brazil sort of feel to it. It's not bad. So I don't know, Alina, how you feeling? You rocking this one?
Mm. I like what they did with the arms. I like
Yeah.
how it's different than the rest of the kit, but I also agree with you. I don't think that like cyan, like blue color, kind of greenish even. I don't think it goes very well with purple. Um,
Would you put it behind or in front of the home Australia kit?
I don't know, man. I would put it behind. I think it's worse than the home
Yeah,
Australia kit.
that's fair. I would rock
Yeah.
this before I rock this, if we're
Yeah,
being
yeah.
honest.
Mm.
Now, the home one is like it's almost like home Argentina vibes in the sense that it's just
Yeah.
iconic. It's the most basic uniform you could ask for, right? In terms of kit, like it's literally just the Nike check and the Brazil badge. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It is a plain yellow kit with the green accent on the sleeves. There's nothing more to it. But some people appreciate the classic look, like you do with the Argentina kit. So
For me, I don't like yellow kits, but I appreciate I feel like I'm just, just judging all of these jerseys so
you
far.
should. That's what we're here. Yeah, absolutely. So like I'm
Yeah,
like do you okay, first off, let's the bigger question. Is it
yeah.
better than the away kit for Brazil?
I think so because it's classic.
All right, moving on back to North America. We have Canada. I am a massive fan of one of these kits, but we'll get to that one in a second. I believe it's the away kit, the white one. I feel like it would be the away kit if we're looking at this correctly. But either way, the first Canada kit, the all white, the red accents, the classic Nike look, so to speak. This one, I'll be honest, this is where I'm leaning right now. Only because it is the most basic thing on planet Earth. Like it is literally just a plain white kit all the way through. The red number in the middle might help it out a little bit, but it looks like a training top.
I kind of agree with you. And I think another thing to add is so far, most of the other nations have taken like a creative route for their away, except for Canada, right? Like you're going, even like the home one is more creative than the away one, which is interesting. So they
Yeah,
went a little
yeah,
bolder with that.
yeah. Which I think is
So
still pretty cool.
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But this white one's just it's just super basic.
It is. It is. And
I don't
again, I
know.
don't like white kits either.
Yeah,
What is it with me?
it's
I
just
just
not my
like,
thing. Yeah, I agree
yeah,
with you. It's just like one, I mean, if I'm there at the match hanging out, I'm likely to spill something on it, food,
it's
drink,
over.
whatever. Yeah, no, it's just not my
Yeah.
thing. So I'm not gonna say, hey, just trash this jersey altogether, this kit altogether, but I think just even because of the color scheme, right? I think that Australia away just has to have a leg up on this Canada kit. I'm sorry, Canada. I don't feel it. I will say this though, your home kit, holy shit. I like this one a lot.
I
I
like it
think
too.
the Canadian flag integration, the red and black is a bold color choice considering the red and white. I don't know what that is. The various triangles and hexagon shapes that are all over it.
Mhm.
Man, it's got like a futuristic feel while embracing the heritage of the Canadian flag and the country all at the same time. I like this one a lot. I have a hot take with this one, but I'm going to
Mhm.
let you kind of go first. Where do you think this one fits in?
Ooh, I would honestly be slightly inclined to put it in goated because I do think they took a risk, and I think the risk paid off because I really, really like it. With Canada, they took a risk, and I don't know, I love how it turned. I love how it
Same.
turned out. So I would put it goated.
Same. I didn't want to be like the
Yeah.
only one with that hot take. I'm like, dude, this
Yeah.
this kid is absolutely fire. I like this a
Mhm.
lot. So we'll keep that go to consensus. I don't care if anybody is disagreeing with us. At the end of the day, this kit right here, if I'm Canadian, I'm going out and getting that like today. I'm getting it yesterday. You know what I mean? It's such a creative kit for what they could have done. But and the
Mhm.
fact that it's Nike to me is actually surprising because again, I think the last few years Nike has just gotten a little bit complacent with how they with their kit designs. This one right here is fire. We have China on the docket, and this away kit to me screams Ronald McDonald. I don't know if I don't know what they were going for. It kind of feels like Liverpool's away kit. Was it this past season, right? That the men's team rocked like this very, very hard yellow and red. I don't know. To me, it's gonna be interesting to see China in the women's World Cup rocking this full yellow. But we'll see how it all pans out. Either way, it's interesting. I mean, I don't hate it per se, but I'm not buying this. I don't know about you.
To me, it looks like an identical version of the Brazil one, but just change the red and then excuse me, change the green and then put red. So
Yeah, it
I
does,
don't know,
right?
man.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think it's just like, eh.
It's meh. Yeah, it's I would say, yeah, I think that's a good spot to put it. I do think, like, for example, that purple one, as much as we didn't like it, it is still better than this away jersey.
It's got some kind of like different print. You know what I mean? At least there's
Yeah.
some kind of effort there. I mean, with China, and maybe China just wanted it to be the most uniform, static thing. I mean, I know Adidas tends to, from what I've heard in other podcasts, Adidas does tend to approach the federation directly and work with them on some of these designs. So this could be what China wanted. I'm just not a massive fan of it, but
Mm.
I don't hate it. So I think middle of the park is fair. Now the red one's a little bit more interesting. The home one, it's got a tie dye feel to it, because it's like splotches of different shades of red. You got some light, some dark. It looks interesting. So I don't know. How are you feeling about this one? This red kit, I think, is actually halfway decent. Like I asked myself, would I buy this? And like maybe, like on the right day, I don't know.
Mm.
When in Rome, right? Maybe, but I don't know. It's better than the yellow one. But how are you feeling about this one?
I don't know. I appreciate the fact that they didn't just go with like a solid red, because again their away kit is very like basic. They didn't really, get creative with the away. So I appreciate what they did with this one. It kind of reminds me of the Canada one in some ways, because it's red and it's
Unique.
creative. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unique. It's unique, but would I wear it, man? I don't know. The one thing I don't like about it is that shade of red.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know how you feel about it.
it's got
I
like so hot
Yeah.
take. I'm kind of a tie-dye guy.
I
Like,
mean, I love tie-dye too. Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
love
it's got
tie-dye.
like a little bit of that effect to it, but I agree. It's kind of like a distressed look, and it looks a little bit weird. I think this is one of those ones where, like, you remember the US away kit for the men's, right? I think
Yeah,
you
the
got
blue?
it, right? The navy blue
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that you
yeah,
got.
the Pulisic one.
It's kind of those ones where, like, like you saw it in person, and you're like, okay, this looks a little bit better in person than it does
Mm.
when you look at it online. I feel like that's how this kit's gonna be. I'm not sure, but I got a feeling. I don't know what it is. I'm inclined to kind of put it in solid. I don't know if it's Canada vibes just yet. I think it's like good, and way better than the away kit. Would you put it in front of the Argentina away kit?
I don't
Is it
think I
better or
would,
worse?
no, but it
Okay.
could just be me having, like, an favoritism towards darker kits.
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, and the fact that that red kit is not a red shade that I would personally go for,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think where you have it is where I would put it as well. It's a solid kit. We appreciate how they, went about it. A little creative. I like the pattern.
Look, Alina, I hear it in your
Yeah.
voice. We got to do this. Look. I got to make
Oh.
our first big move on the board.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's the move.
Mm.
I think that's the move. I think Brazil still is not going to move down at all because they're classic and they're just like football
Yeah.
royalty. But I just think that like the China kit, the home one, gives me like Australia vibes. It's the one like uniform color, but they
Mm.
did something with the color to make it look a little bit different.
Yeah.
And the away one, I'm sorry. The more I look at it, I'm just like gross.
The
Like
the
I'm
uglier it
just
gets.
not a fan.
Yeah, the
I'm just like,
uglier it
there's
gets.
no way. I can't even put it in the middle of the park. I would never wear it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
Mm.
think that unless you disagree, I think this is the way that we go.
No, I like it, man. And now that I think about it, I feel like that away yellow China one is gonna even look worse when you wear it. Um,
It may make its way down
there's
here at
no
some point.
saving that kit. There's just honestly burn it.
Yeah,
Burn
I'm
that
with you.
yellow.
Yeah, it's
Just
just
burn
not
it.
it. It's not it. I'm trying to be nice as I possibly can. I don't want to shit on China, but like it's like,
Yeah.
guys, this is just it's not it. I can't wear it. Now, you mentioned dark kits earlier. We have our
Yeah.
next dark kit up on the table today. And look, this one, this one is so interesting. Like if I'm looking at all the dark kits I could possibly buy across the entire landscape of the 2023 World Cup, this one for me is up there. This one for me, the Colombia away kit, it's got this dark galaxy night sky type of vibe. It's not one uniform color. It's got purples, dark blues, blacks, light purples, like almost a magenta look to it. It's very, very interesting. I like this one for a lot of reasons, even ones that aren't football specific. But let's start with you, Lee, as we always do. You like dark kids. How harsh are you judging this one?
I don't know, man. Maybe this is a hot take, but I kind of don't like it.
Like
I
realistically, what do you not like about it?
I don't. Okay, I like the colors. I like that the Adidas logo, and then the national team logo. I like the it's yellow.
Yeah.
I like that. I do think it matches well. I like the colors themselves, like the whole galaxy kind of pattern. One thing I don't like is like the how should I explain this? It's like claws. It's like
Like someone
ripped.
scratched at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the three little patterns like near like the chest area kind of looks a little weird. Um
It's very blended. Like it's just like it almost looks
yeah,
like a pool of paint that was just like messed with, right? And they just kind of like just pulled a finger or a stick through it, and like this is kind of what they came up with. It's just very random. But again, it's also like I kind of like that, but I see what you mean. I will say the yellow
mhm,
accents make this stand out. So the yellow accents weren't there
yeah,
with the Adidas logo, with the badge, with even I don't know if you can see it, the yellow Adidas stripes on the shoulders,
on the
on the
shoulders.
sleeves.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so like the yellow parts make it stand out, but you got to be a fan of this galaxy look, otherwise you're not going to
I
like it.
love that. Yeah, I love that pattern to be fair.
Yeah,
But maybe I feel like maybe it would have looked better if it was more of like a tie-dye galaxy pattern as opposed
yeah,
to kind of like the
yeah.
three awkward stripes through the middle. But
Man, that's interesting.
I wouldn't say it's meh though. I feel like
Last
yeah,
of the
yeah,
solid.
yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I would actually
Yeah.
buy this. I would buy this. I think that it's a decent kit, and for me personally, I would maybe even put it above here. But I think that this is a tier list for both of us. So
Mhm.
let's keep it here at the back end of solid. I think
Yeah.
it's like everything, guys. If everything you see in these top two categories, by the way, I would rock. Like I would go out there and buy today, like thousand
Mhm.
percent. Even this basic ass Argentina kit, like I would get one. I have an Argentina kit in my closet. So I would get any one of these here, and that's why I think this one has to be up here. But I get what you mean. They could have, I don't know, it could have looked a little bit different with the color scheme they chose for their kit.
Yeah.
Now, equally, they chose, I feel like it's like a trend in South America. They went with the most basic version of their home kit, the classic, the true, the all yellow, the navy stripes, the navy Adidas logo, the red badge, navy accents around the sleeves. I mean, it's very classic Colombia. I can almost see it now, right? The navy shorts and the socks. I mean, it's all going to match up to what their men's and women's kits typically look like.
Mhm.
So I don't know how much we can even really like kind of grade this one. It's got strong Brazil vibes to me.
Yeah. Would you say it's better than the Brazil one?
Oh, it's tough. I'm like almost factoring like how I feel about the nations of Colombia and Brazil.
Yeah.
I It's almost the same thing. Like the Brazil one just has green on it, and so like I
Yeah.
guess maybe if you like green more than red or blue, like sure. I don't know. To me, I gotta put it like maybe back here. I'm almost teetering on putting it at the front of ill, only because like and I wouldn't say I wouldn't wear it. It's just like if I have all these kits in my closet on match day, or if I have if I'm cheering on Colombia and I have these two, I'm never putting on this one. I'm probably always putting on this one
Yeah.
because it's just different. It looks really dope. Um, this one's just like this like I guarantee if I show you this kit in like 3 or 4 years time, you're not even gonna know what tournament or what year it was from. You're just gonna know it was Colombia. Am I too harsh? Like
No,
my
no, I don't know because I do agree with you. Like I feel like a lot of these classic kits kind of look the same every year, but I guess it's true for most of the clubs. I mean, like for Argentina, I feel like I've seen that kit so many times.
it's
Like the
true.
exact same one.
It's true.
Same thing for the Brazil one especially.
So
But
should we put the classic kits then in the middle, right? They're just like meh, like they're just
yeah,
chat. Let us know in the comments down below.
yeah.
I think that could be the strategy here. I think that we could look at some of these tried and true home kits and be like, you know what? This is kind of just what you expect from the country. Doesn't matter if it's a World Cup, doesn't matter if it's a Copa America, doesn't matter if it's a European Championship, whatever it may be, a regional tournament. This is probably what you expect out of these countries, right? This type of look. So I don't know. Should we agree to kind of put some of these classic ones down in the middle tier, or how do you feel about that?
I don't think so because I do like for example the Canada one.
Yeah,
They did really well with that. So think
leave it like this as it
I
is.
think leave it as yeah, leave it as is because I feel like the two classic kits that we've been like the harshest on are the Brazil one and the Colombia one.
I'll put Columbia back here then. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
drop it down to ew just yet. I think middle,
yeah.
like just middle of the park. Like, hey, if you rock it, great. I'm not mad at you. It doesn't look bad.
Mhm.
Doesn't look good. It's just name stay. It's what you know
Yeah.
Columbia for. All right, moving on to Costa Rica, another small nation entering this tournament. They actually did something a little bit interesting with their away. Their home is pretty much name stay. We'll get to that one in a second, but the white one kind of has almost classic Germany vibes. It's just white background, black pinstripe, black Adidas stripes on the sleeves, interesting collar. But it's different from Costa Rica, but still a very basic kit.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this one? This one's got almost like some old school vibes to it.
I can't help myself but compare it to the Canada away one because they're both kind of white and no, well, in a good way though, because
Yeah,
when I'm comparing the both, I if I were to pick one to either buy or wear, I would totally get the Costa Rica one instead of the
yeah.
Canada one. For me personally, I just think that maybe it's the collar again, like the little, like it's kind of like the the Canadian triangles here. Not doing it for me, but I like the stripes and
I think it's the
that
fact
one.
that
I like it.
Nike kits look like training tops.
Oh, they do, yeah.
I don't know what it
They
is. They
really
just do.
do.
Like this new theme that Nike's rolling out with their kits, they just look like training tops. I
Mhm.
feel like I've seen this exact, I don't know, Spurs kit, training kit, right? Or whatever it may be. It has that same design where just I agree with you. This feels more like a game day top. I don't know. It's I Are you okay with leaving it here? I think it's because it's playing
Yeah,
white. We kind of have to put it, in this tier. It's not the worst, but it's not anywhere
yeah.
close to the best. So,
Mhm.
and then equally for the home kit, I mean,
Oof,
I feel like we could just, actually, I'll be honest. It may even be worse than the away kit because it's
dude.
it's just plain red. I mean, I don't know. Am I missing something here?
I don't like it at all.
Should we
I
burn
personally
it?
don't like it. Honestly, burn it, yeah. It's worse than
The
the
China
China
one?
yellow.
Yeah, I agree. This
It's
is just
worse.
like, guys, like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know. It's Costa Rica though, so small nation. It is what it is. Now the bangers. I think you're gonna love these. I personally think, me knowing you, I think you're gonna be like all about this one. Um, Maybe I'm wrong, but like we'll see. The Germany away kit. This one to me is somewhere up here.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
this one is fire. I mean, how do you feel about this one?
I love it. I
Yeah, I
love
love
the
it.
I love the different shades of blue because they have like, like lighter blue or like green,
Yeah.
whatever really that color is. I love the shades. I love the different it's an Adidas one, right?
Yeah, Adidas
Yeah,
kit.
I like the stripes. I like that they have something on, on the arms as well. I
The
like the
gold
color,
accents are
the gold.
fire.
Yeah, yeah. I like that like the Adidas logo and then the nation logo are a different color and they kind of stand out. And again, it's tie dye.
Yeah,
I
tie-dye
feel
just
like
looks so good.
you can never go wrong with tie dye, I swear.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's a way
Yeah.
to go wrong with it. Now the big question, we were both big fans of Canada. Does this take the top spot in GOATed, or is Canada just narrowly edging it out?
I honestly still prefer the Canada one.
Yeah.
For some
It's
reason,
so hard. I actually would buy both of these instantly. Like if
yeah.
if someone gave me like a few $100 and they're like, "Hey man, go buy your two or three favorite kits right now." These would be two of the three. Like for sure. Like I like both these a lot, but I think Canada just, I don't know, maybe they took a little more risk with their kit a little bit. I think it's like Germany's a good blend of colors, but I do like the pattern on Canada's, and the leaf, the incorporation of the leaf strategically in there is just, it looks
Mhm.
good. I like it.
Yeah.
Now, the home kit. This is classic Germany. I mean, don't you have one of these?
I have an away Germany one, like the all blacked out one where even like the logo
Oh,
is
that's
black.
right.
I have that one and I love it. I love that one.
How do you feel about this
It's
home one? It's like very, very reminiscent of the men's home kit. I mean,
it's the same pretty much, right?
yeah,
That's my only thing about it is they didn't really try to change it too much.
yeah. Do you think it's better? I don't know. Is it better than either the Australia? I mean, any of these home kits that we have in the middle tier. I mean, like, I don't know. These are. all very plain, but they're very historic countries. Germany's easily up there as
Yeah.
one of the powerhouses. But do we factor that in? I mean, because it's also just plain white with a single big black stripe down the middle, crest in the middle, which is a little bit different, right? Not on the
Yeah.
side like most of these are.
I
I don't
I
know.
honestly like it. Like I said, I like that kit. My
Hmm.
only concern is they just didn't change anything. Like, they like the other nations, they have newer kits, newer designs, but Germany, it seemed like they always want to create these sick away kits, but they're keeping their
Yeah,
home kits the same.
yeah, they're just very very straightforward. And again, maybe it's by design. They want the classic look for their home kits. That kind of makes sense. I think you could be a
Yeah.
lot more creative with the away. I think personally, I would take it above Brazil and above Colombia. I
Yeah.
I think these two kits, China and Australia, just have more to say.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I'm also not a white kit person. Like, I just don't buy white kits. It's just not my thing.
If this kit came out like a month ago, if it was released a month ago, I would honestly put it in solid. That's where I'd put it. But because they haven't changed anything, they haven't updated it. I I'm inclined to say that yes, it is better than the Brazil one,
What about
but
China or Australia?
uh I don't know, maybe like in the middle of the two. I think it's a little better than the China one.
Okay. Denmark. Dude, I'm always so critical of Denmark's kits because they're just maybe I don't know if it's a Hummel thing because I know that the national team sponsor is Hummel for both the men's and the women's kits.
Mhm.
I've never been a fan of these. I for how much good talent comes out of this country. I've never been a fan of these kits. Like they're always just so basic. I think even for the men's side, they did like a blackout kit once, but like that's really it. You can argue the women's kit has more going on with it. Like there's some of these sporadic patterns that you see on the sleeves or down the sides, but it's still very, very basic, all white or all red. So we'll go with the all white kit first.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not married to it. How do you feel about this one?
I don't know. I think it's better than the other two white kits that we've had so far, like the Canada one and the New Zealand one.
Yeah.
It it has a little more pattern, more creativeness, but I I don't know. I think I would put it in the ew category above the other two white kits.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. That's probably fair. And the red one, again, it's the exact same thing, just the opposite. It is literally just the all red with the white accents. And so
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we put it in the same tier? Do we drop it down to burn it because it looks not too dissimilar from Costa Rica? Like, I don't know. What this I don't know, man. Like I said, this country to me just I feel like they didn't put a ton of effort into their national team kits, but who knows?
I do think it's better than the Costa Rica one. If we're just comparing like the two reds, I do think it's more creative.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still I would never buy that.
I wouldn't buy
Even
it
if it was
either.
in a store, knowing what it looks like online, I wouldn't even go and like, check it. I wouldn't even do that.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. I don't think it even needs to go past that point. Now, this one to me is one of the more interesting ones, and
Mm.
because it's England, everybody's going to be rocking this everywhere. Talking about the football coming home. I think that this away kit by England is one of the better Nike ones, in my opinion. And there's only a handful of really good Nike ones, in my opinion, for this entire tier list. But this is one of the better ones. I do like this one. This pattern itself, on the kit itself, is interesting. It's got almost like a tribal feel to it. Sky blue, navy blue accents, white Nike check mark, white badge. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this one. What do you think?
I like it. I like the color. Um, the only thing I have with it is maybe they should have chosen like a different shade of blue. Maybe
Like
a
the
little,
accent blue?
yeah, yeah, like maybe a blue that pops a little more because I feel like that is kind of plain. It's like they wanted to take a risk, but they didn't end up doing it. So
Yeah.
they took the risk, like with the pattern, but they were like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't take the risk with the color too, because that might be going too far."
Yeah.
But I like that they at least tried, and I don't know. I would put it in solid. I don't think it's better than, is that the Columbia one, right?
This is the Columbia kit.
Yeah, I don't think it's better than that, but it's definitely better than that Australia home kit.
Yo,
I wouldn't put it as meh.
man, I got a hot take.
Yeah?
I'm like here. I'm
Really?
like right here. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think like so like when I think about what I would buy. I think about Columbia's kit, like you said, right? It's a nice kit, but it's also got a crazy amount going on.
Mm.
Um, I think the Argentina kit for me is solid. The away kit, it's just the stripes are not uniform. Like they all kind of go their own unique direction. So for me,
Yeah.
that's just I almost have to be in the mood to wear it. And Argentina for me, I already have this kit. I think it's good. Not this exact one, but I have the Albi Celeste. I have the home kit for Argentina. They all tend to look and feel somewhat similar.
Yeah.
I think this one's kind of just for me, just interesting. Like I would probably rock this. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd probably go get it today. Like it's a solid kit. And I'm not even an England fan, and I
Yeah.
would rock this.
But
I
you would
mean,
still get it.
yeah, I'd probably still get it. Are you opposed to me moving it to the top of solid? I know you wanted it in meh, but I actually kind of
No, no,
I fuck with this.
I agree with, that it should be solid. I was just saying I don't think it's better than some of the others, but it shouldn't be meh by any means.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think so. Yeah.
I think okay,
Definitely
look.
solid.
Now, the away kit, I mean, I don't know. You want to put it in here? I mean,
They're just next to
it's
the
just
other white
another
kit.
white, another classic white Nike
Yeah.
kit. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't get what the strategy was. It was like, hey, you know what? We're short on time. Let's just print every country's, Nike away kit in or a Nike away kit in white with their other official color, and we'll call it a day. Like, it looks exactly the same as Canada, minus the badge and the accent colors.
I agree.
Right?
I
That's
agree. I
crazy to
mean,
me. That's crazy to me. Look at that. They're basically the same thing.
it's the same. It just changed some of the color and then change the logo. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Nothing
mean,
else.
I think this is fair. I think that this is like they just put it right here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got nothing else going for it.
I
Yeah.
wish we could see what the numbers look like in the back, the number and the names, because sometimes they just completely drop the ball with like the fonts with like some crazy, like ugly fonts for the names,
It
or
makes
like
it
the
look
number looks.
worse.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
sometimes the numbers help. I mean, I remember like in the men's
yeah.
World Cup kits, who was it? It was like all the Puma kits looked terrible because they had like this
Mm.
box that were on them and
Yeah, yeah.
with no
Mhm.
number, it looked just garbage. But then you started to put the numbers in there, like, okay, you know what? I see what they were
Looked a
going
little better.
for. Yeah, it looked a little bit better. But this is still like this is just too plain. I'm sorry, England. Like you guys crushed it with this one. This one was like you just phoned it in, man. Now, speaking of unique patterns, again, Adidas brought the heat with so many of these away kits. We have Spain that went in a wildly different direction from their home kit, which is the traditional red. This white with the purple kind of floral-esque pattern on the sleeves, on the sides. It's got accents of blue in there as well, blue and pink. I like this Spain kit. I think that this is something that I would probably rock. I'd probably go out and get this one. How do you feel?
The one thing I don't like about that kit is kind of like the where they put the logo. I don't know. I feel like it would have looked better if it was like the same color as the pattern, like that, like darker purple.
Oh,
You know
instead
what
of
I
the
mean?
blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
I
interesting, right?
just
Because
kind of looks
those
weird.
those match the Adidas lines on the sleeves. The
Yeah.
parts that are pink are just really the accents on the
Mm,
on the sleeve kind of cuffs here.
mm,
Um, it's just a bold color choice, and I don't
yeah.
want to fault them for like really going into it. I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think it's probably somewhere between solid and meh. Like, I think it's actually solid if we're being honest.
Mm.
Like, I think it probably fits in somewhere here. I think because of how much white there is, it probably falls behind Columbia, but I don't know. Might be my take. What do you think?
I agree. Now imagine if it was a darker kit with that pattern, that would have looked sick.
Yeah.
Especially with like the light blue stripes too. That would look
Oh
really nice.
man.
Yeah.
Woo!
Missed opportunity there.
Yeah,
They
missed
should have hired
opportunity.
me. Canva
Yeah.
artist.
Seriously, seriously. Now the home kit is just classic Spain, guys.
Yeah.
This is as La Roja as it possibly gets. I mean, it's not bad, right? Because it's always Spain's is of course the color scheme is the red, the gold, and the navy. And the gold and the navy are mixed in nicely around the collar, around the badge, the Adidas emblem. The navy Adidas stripes are pretty classic. I mean, but it's again, it's what you expect out of Spain. It's almost like middle of the park. It's like meh, like it's like almost right here with the Brazil home kit, the
Yeah.
Colombia home kit. It's just what you expect every year.
I would put it in between the 2 Brazil ones personally.
I like that. Now, France. These are
Mm,
very, very interesting. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about either one of these. I was thinking a lot about this last night before we did this today. Um, because I have the French away kit for the men's side. I thought that one for the 2022 World Cup was amazing, and
yeah.
I feel like they try to go in a similar direction with the women's side, but it's a weird kind of white and off white mix in the kit itself. The cuffs around the sleeves are actually really interesting, navy, and I can't really tell what that is. Um, Interesting, kind of like just specks of other colors in that
Mm.
navy cuff. But look at this pattern. It's just like a weird, interesting kind of off-white lines mixed in with an all-white kit. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know how to feel about this one, Alina.
I personally like it. 'Cause
Yeah,
when I'm looking at it and I'm kind of, like, comparing it to the other white kits, and what's coming up for me is that this is how you do a white kit.
yeah. It's
Because
it's it's
it's
different.
plain, and it's a white kit, but it has some pattern that makes it stand out. And it's not even that white. It's kind of more like a almost like a grayish slash like beige color, honestly, which I really,
Yeah.
really like. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? Does it not look like the Australia kit?
You know what it does? Yeah, it's
It does.
just a different color. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I like it. I
interesting.
don't know.
Yeah, I think it's better than any of these white kits that we've had so
Yeah.
far. Probably, I guess, minus the Spain when you want to call that one white. Um, I think I think right here might be the perfect one. Like it's not that it's bad, right? Nothing nothing in this middle tier is bad per se. Like, I would wear any of these. It's just that they're not like my first choice. That's how I think of these. They're not my first choice. But I do like this. I think that it's if I had to wear a white kit, which I don't like doing, I might get this one. I think this is probably fair. Now
Mm.
the other French kit, I don't know if this is the home one. I feel like this would be the home one. It's got this one's very very interesting, and I feel like this zoomed out picture doesn't do it justice. It's like a mixture of light blue and white on the kit itself. It has this texture look to it, a textured look, kind of like the US away kit has to it. It almost feels like or looks like corduroy or like I don't know, just some weird like fabric texture to it, mixed with the red, white,
Mm.
and blue sleeves for the country, and of course the white emblem and the white badge. So like it's a pretty decent kit, um, but I feel like this picture will not do it justice.
I would burn that.
The blue one.
I would burn it. Yes. And I would keep it in the
Why?
fire
Why would you burn
to
it?
make sure it's, like, just going on in the air.
Why
Why
would
would
you
I
burn
burn
it?
it?
Yeah,
Because there's been a lot of times where, like, nations completely change, like, the home jersey color,
yeah,
and it looks like trash.
yeah.
And this is one of the times because when you think of a home French kit, you think of, like, that darker blue, right? Like, that almost
That's
closer
true.
to navy and then, something along that. Like for example, the Men World Cup home kit was really nice. It had like some of that gold in it, and it looked even better when you saw it on a player or on a person.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't even know what they're going. Like I'm sorry, like the cuffs are nice. I like the flag touch, but it doesn't save the color. It really doesn't save it for me.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. We're gonna put this one in burn it. We'll put it at the very top. I think it's better than
Yeah.
China. I think it's better than Costa Rica
Yeah.
or Denmark. I think you know. I don't know. I almost get like toothpaste vibes from this kit. I don't know what to think, man. This
Yeah,
is just
yeah,
really
yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm cool with that. All right. Now, in my opinion, two of the worst kits
Mm.
in this lineup, just because like I mean I get it, smaller nation, they probably had to go with some of the similar kits that you see on the men's side, but and maybe it's the kit sponsor, right? Maybe they don't have a ton to go off of design wise, but it's just really not that great, and almost I'm also not tied into the culture of Haiti that well, so take that with a grain of salt. But to me, the colors are vibrant. I like that piece of it all. maybe it's a step above Burn It, but it's just not that great looking of a kit to me. But where would you put in first the red Haiti kit?
Here's how I feel about honestly both of them, and it's that I feel like whoever designed both is a big fan of soda. So the red one looks like Coca-Cola, the other one looks like a Pepsi can. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I wouldn't rock these at all. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for you, for me anyway, I'll be honest. I would buy this French kit before I buy this Haiti kit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm
I feel like I would
it's
let it burn like halfway, maybe like burn the collar and then take it out the fire and then put it on.
yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this: of the red and blue, which one's your favorite? If you had to pick one.
I would pick the blue.
All right, that's how I'm
Yeah.
putting it. I think for me, it's like, and you know what? I'd probably put it above the red Denmark jersey.
Mhm.
I think that it's because it's got like a different, vibrant color. It's got some. Don't get me wrong. It's got some light streaks
Yeah.
of white and red in there. Same thing with the red one, white and blue, just in there. But it's very
Yeah.
very minimal.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were actually going for with it. And yeah, this whole like offsetting colors with the collar, that shit's got to go. Like I'm
Mhm.
not with that at all. That it just doesn't look that good. On the first time on this tier list where we had both
Both
country
countries.
kits in
I feel
that,
terrible.
yeah, it is with Haiti. We're sorry. Haiti, any Haiti fans
Yeah.
watching this, we're sorry, but like it's not a good looking kit. When you compare it to everything else, it's just not a good looking kit. Now moving on to the Republic of Ireland. Also a very, very basic kit, but I think in their case, it's actually really interesting. I don't know, but both of them just again same sponsor as the Denmark kits. To me, it's reminiscent of Ireland in every sense, but they're all again just very, very, very basic. I think we can do these two pretty quickly. How do you feel
Yeah.
about the white one in general?
I think that it's a little better than the other white kits. Just because it has like that diagonal, the horizontal line, I do think it makes it stand out a little more compared to the other away white ones that we've seen.
Agreed.
But I think they could have done something actually really special with that away one, like some sort of pattern. Um, but I agree with where you have it. I would put it there.
Yeah, and
That's where
the
I'd put
yellow
it.
around the badge, the accent around the badge. I think it's on a little bit on the sleeves as well.
Yeah.
To me, that looks good. I
It
like that.
looks nice. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks nice. Yeah.
I like that. It's a clean cut kit. The green one, they went with vertical stripes. I think just as thin. The white ones, it's a little more basic in my opinion.
Mm.
Um, I'm almost inclined to put it like right behind it. I think it's like it's what you expect again out of Ireland, out of Hummel as a kit provider. It's just the white one for me, just I don't know. I agree with that. Maybe it's the horizontal stripes. I don't know, but it has a cleaner look to it.
I think it's better than the Canada away one.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Done. Now you're not your home country, but a country you
Yeah.
love to support, Italy.
Yeah.
Very interesting kits, kind of the ceramic look for the away one. I think I actually kind of like it. I think a couple MLS teams actually went with this route for their kits here in the States this season. But I think you probably already have an opinion on this. How do you feel about this slightly off white, blue ceramic look for the Azzurri?
It's interesting. I don't hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. I think it looks it kind of reminds me of the France one, to be honest with you.
Does it really?
Yeah, it kind of does. Like no, sorry, not that one. The other
Oh,
one, the
oh,
other
okay,
white
gotcha,
one.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's got like they tried
Yeah.
something with it. It's different. It reminds me of a granite, like a granite countertop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
think of when I see this. It's just like it's like a countertop, and
Yeah.
that's cool. I think it's I agree with you. I would take the France kit over this one.
Yeah.
Australia, I would probably rock the Italy kit over the Australia one, if we're being
Yeah.
honest. That's
Yeah,
just
I would do too.
that's just me. The home one is classic. The home one, it's got like different like mixture of the blue part per se, but they went through and through classic Italian look for the home kit, the blue, white, blue, the gold or is it the white accents, a little bit of gold in there as well for the stars. I mean, Adidas went, they stuck to, tried and true Italy for this one. So I don't know. Paying homage to, so much that Italy has done on the football front. Do we feel like it slots in with the rest of these classic powerhouses, or I don't know, where would you put it?
I don't know, man. I'm not feeling that. I don't like the pattern. You know what it looks like to me? It looks like it needs to be like ironed. Like
Like it's wrinkled.
yeah, like it's wrinkled. It kind of looks like that, but it, like not in a good way.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
I just don't know what they were trying to go with here. It just looks like it swirls for no
Yeah.
reason. But I mean, the gold accents around the sleeves are interesting. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Meaning I'm okay with where we have it right here. Like,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? I may even put it back a step because I think that the flowers on the side of the Brazilian kit are
Mhm.
a little bit interesting. But it kind of
Yeah.
just has this classic Colombia vibe, with for
It
Italy
does. It
Italian
does.
fans.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that one there. All right,
Cool.
Jamaica. This one is probably as classic and clean cut as they come. Okay, both of these I would say because I think the men's kit equally looks very very similar. First the away, all black. It's got of course the Jamaican color accents all the way through, everything from the Adidas emblem to the badge itself. Some of the accents around the sleeves, and of course the Adidas stripes around the sleeves. I think it's good. I'm a black kit fan. I really am. I
Yeah.
love dark kits. I think they're everything. Um, but it is a little more basic than I was hoping for. Because even on the collar, you could see it, right? Like there's like green and red, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah. A
could
little
you could
bit.
see a little bit of that in there. It's the sleeves as well. So that's pretty cool. It's got like the IX 2022 third kit vibes, the ode to Bob Marley,
Mhm.
um, but just not as good looking. You know what I mean? Just not as good looking as that kit.
Man, this is probably like the hottest take for me personally.
You love it.
Probably this episode. This is goaded.
This is
This
goaded.
is goaded.
Wow.
This is straight up goaded for
Holy
me.
shit. Okay, for the content, I will
Let
keep
me
it there.
explain.
For the content, I will keep it there, but go ahead.
Let me explain. I know a lot of people were making fun of it online. Were like, "Oh, it looks like poop or whatever, whatever you want to compare it to." But you never see brown kids. You never see them ever, and I love that they took a very big risk
But maybe there's
with
a
this one.
reason we don't see him, you know?
I know, but you got me there. I don't know. I like it. I like
I'll keep it for
that
the content. I
you
think
keep it
this
for
is
the
a good
content.
hot take.
I would totally buy it and I'd wear it.
Would you rock the home kit?
The yellow one?
Yeah. It's yellow, green
I
pinstripe.
li I I don't know, man. I'm kinda on the fence about this because I like that they kind of tried to make it a little more unique
Yeah.
and not as classic, but I'm not really feeling the stripes, like the down stripes. I like the
Yeah.
Adidas stripes on the side, but I don't like the down. I feel like they just try to do too much with it.
Okay. Um all right, I'll make an executive
You're
decision here.
making me question myself now about that brown one, man.
No, I think look
Oh,
for the memes alone, I will 100% leave it up there. I think for me, ooh, I would put this here.
yeah.
I think
I like it. It's just
it's got more effort built in
yeah,
to
more effort.
a classic country kit. Whereas that's the same case for all of these, right? Minus
Yeah,
some of the ones at the end here. I just think that it's got more going on. I would still rock Australia before I buy the Jamaica kit. But look, this one up here could look fantastic in person. It could look great. We don't know, right? And
yeah.
so I'm totally cool with that. We'll leave it up there for the memes. I think it's going to be the hot take of the show, though, 1000%. Um,
I'm gonna get
now,
flamed in the comments.
yeah, in the comments, if anybody disagrees with this hard, please let me know. I think, like I said, I love dark kits. If I saw this in person and it looked good, I'd probably buy it. That's just how I'm wired. But I will say these two in Goated are 1000% above this one.
Yeah,
All right, now Japan, who's always, I think, in my opinion, this is not a hot take. I think this is just fact. Japan always, whether it's the men's or the women's side, brings the heat when it comes to the kits. They always look good, in my opinion. I think some will disagree with this year's kits though, because it's just an interesting color choice for the away. The mixture of lavender and pink, and it kind of looks contrasting in a weird way from top to bottom. There's some white, kind of sparsed in there in a tie dye
yeah.
fashion. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a very light away kit, but the color choice is really really interesting in terms of just how it's all laid out. How do you feel about the away one?
Mm. I like the colors, but I don't like the design. And
Yeah,
I feel like that's a story with a lot of these other kits as well, is the color is nice, but the design is what lets it down, personally
yeah.
for me.
I'm actually
Uh,
really inclined to put it here.
yeah.
It's just like I don't know what this divide is up here on the
Yeah.
chest. Like why does it drop from purple to pink like that? Like that looks
Yeah.
weird.
Have you seen the away UA kits for this season?
I have not. They look
You have not.
similar.
It it's literally the same colors but a different design.
Okay, and it looks better,
Right?
right? I
It
imagine
looks
it looks
a little
better.
better. Yeah, it looks a little better. That's kind of like what I'm remembering
And then this looks like
about that
just
color
random
scheme.
smoke that's just hitting the kit on the bottom. Like, what is
Yeah,
this?
that like that white area.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. And so I don't know. This is just it's kind of just weird. It seems random.
Mm.
I think that like before you get to this break in color, the lavender looks like it's having potential with like the pink Adidas stripes and the collar,
Mhm.
but then like the way that the colors just come together just does not look good. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to put it here unless you want to move it above the Australia away.
No, I agree with you. I think that's where it belongs.
Okay, yeah, that's where I would put it. Now, the home kit to me actually looks good. It's pretty reminiscent of what Japan typically does, but there's a lot of interesting triangles here, different mixtures of the white and the blue, the red accents in the badge. It's a lot of blue and white, but there are some subtle red accents. So
Mhm.
um, this one's pretty good. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's one of the better blue kits um that we've seen so far.
Yeah, I actually
Compared like the Italy one is not good. Obviously, we didn't like the I think the Haiti one we didn't like
no,
that
that
either.
one was terrible. The
The
France one was just weird looking. Italy is
yeah,
classic. This
yeah,
Australia one is just it's just not my vibe.
yeah.
But England and Japan have the best blue ones right now. I think
Yeah,
it.
the better blue ones. Mhm.
Um, all right, now moving on to Morocco. So Morocco, and look for disclaimer, guys, we only have the one Morocco kit. I was not able to locate the away one on the releases, so we have the home kit, which I believe is probably the better looking one anyway. But it's a Puma kit. It is diagonally striped. If you can't see it, it's just a mixture of dark and light red, diagonally striped. You have the green collar and the green accent on the Morocco badge. Puma kit, pretty strong all the way around. I think it's got a little more going for it than the men's kits did for the 2022 World Cup,
Mhm.
um, but not by a lot, right? So
Yeah.
it's a classic kit. How do you feel about this one
I think it's not quite like Denmark, Costa Rica red, but it's still not not a red
that you like?
that excites me. It's not a red that pops out and makes me feel like I want to get it or even try it on. Honestly, I wouldn't even try that on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's not. Actually, let's be honest. I'm probably putting it right here.
You know what? So I think what lets it down is the fact that there is nothing like on the shoulders or the cuffs. I feel like if
It's
there was
yeah,
something added there, it would have looked better.
yeah. Yeah, I you know what? The more you say, the more I'm moving it down. Like I think at the end of the day, like there was effort put into this, right? Like on these two,
Mhm.
I'm just not a fan. It's okay. I wouldn't ever buy this though. I don't
Even
see
the
myself
color
owning
is
it.
like halfway green. Like, just, why don't
Yeah,
you go
the green it
around? Like,
doesn't even
why
go
is it
all
just
the
the
way up.
front? Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I'm keeping it there. I think it's above Haiti, but that's not saying much. All right. The Netherlands, two interesting kits. I am a fan of the dark one. The away kit for Netherlands to me actually looks pretty damn good. It's a bold color choice though. Not many. I think the reactions I've seen out there are very mixed. You're either a big fan of it or
Yeah.
you hate it. Because the blue and the black come together in a very interesting way, and then you have like the red accents around the sleeves, around the badge itself. Um, I don't know. Bold from Nike. How do you feel about this one?
I love the color combination. I love
Yeah,
like the darker like blue, almost black really, and then the red um and that like lighter blue. What the only thing that I don't like about it is the pattern. It's kind of like weird. It's like dots
it's
sometimes.
like splotchy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like I'd probably still rock it though. I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
I'm asking myself, what would I buy first? Would I buy this one or would I buy the white French kit? And I'm just not a white kit guy,
Mm.
but that's me personally, right? Like I probably I don't know. I'd almost put it in front of Japan.
The Japan, yeah.
Where would you put it? Honestly.
I think it's more unique than the Japan one. Um, Again, I love the colors. I really love the colors, but it's just the pattern that I don't like. I feel like they dropped the ball with the pattern.
Okay, let's
They
compromise then. Would you like Japan's pattern more?
no, I don't like the triangles.
Okay, so do you like Spain's pattern more than the Netherlands?
No.
Okay, Colombia.
I would put I like the galaxy. Here's the thing. The galaxy theme is awesome. Literally, the only thing that is kind of bad about that one is just kind of like the claw. I don't even know how to explain it. We get like the scratch effect.
So does it look better than the
No.
Netherlands kit?
What do you think?
If we're being like, if I'm giving my hot take here,
Mm.
I'm putting it here.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm putting it here. I think, and honestly, I don't know what it is about this Argentina kit. Like the more that I look at it, the more that I really, not
Don't
that I'm
like it?
not a fan. I'm just like the different accent color on this side is weird to me,
Uh-huh.
and this little part that comes up at the bottom is weird to me. I like the uniformity of this, even though it's a very interesting, like blue, black, almost like smoky type of vibes. That's just the pattern itself is very interesting. But I would still rock it over these two. I think that is my take. I would probably put it there.
I think
Where would you put it? You
you
move
know,
it back?
I do agree with you in that it's like one of the better darker kits. That is a fact.
Would you put it above Columbia?
Um, Honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like the Argentina one is worse than the Colombia one.
Yeah, I'll agree to that one.
Yeah,
Now, would you put it above the Argentina one?
I would do that.
Like this?
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
I like this. Okay. That looks
Yeah.
better to me. Let's leave it there.
Mhm.
The Netherlands home kit, which if you guys can't see it, and again, I'll go back to the French kit here as well as later down this list, the US kit here. They have this like corduroy like texture to them, right? Like it feels like or it looks like it has just that corduroy feeling to it, where even though it probably doesn't, it just looks that way. So, but it's just orange. It's like this highlighter mango orange. It's very classic Netherlands look. Kind of, I would say, an appearance not too far away from the men's Netherlands look, where it was kind of flashy orange. But you know, the black Netherlands badge, the black Nike, very classic. You're if you like this kit, it's more for the texture because it's just a
Yeah.
plain color all the way through.
I like the color. I've always been a fan of like the Netherland kits, but I don't like the fact that they didn't do anything else with it. Like
Yeah,
if you're just looking at it from like a plain like classic jersey perspective, it has nothing on the cuffs, it has nothing on the top as far as I can tell. I don't know what the collar looks like.
yeah,
Um I don't know. I love the logo though. The logo is so nice. It's
yeah.
one of my favorite logos for any national team. I think it's
I'm
like a dragon, right?
I think it's like it's either a dragon or a. I don't think it's a lion.
Mm.
I don't know what it is to be honest. Because the three lions is England. I really don't know
Yeah.
what animal they were depicting on on the actual badge.
Yeah.
But I do think that I would probably pick this up before I pick up the Australia one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, like you said, the classic, Netherlands look to it. Even the cuffs on the sleeves, you can tell that,
Yeah.
that they're able to have their own color, but they didn't. They just chose to make it the same orange as the rest of the kit.
Yeah.
Um, like, or maybe if we had to choose the uniqueness of a kit over the classic look, maybe you put these two ahead of it.
Mm.
But that's probably as far back as I would go because I actually like it. I actually even if it's just one uniform color, I like it.
Yeah, and I would say, like, I would rock an orange kit any day over a yellow kit, personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
Personally.
So like
Yeah.
right there, probably,
Yeah.
or would you put it above Australia?
You know what? Put it above Australia because as we were, like, mentioning earlier, we don't really like the combination of, like, the green and the yellow orange. It just doesn't look that good.
It's an unfortunate color scheme that Australia has
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, that works for me. All right, now Nigeria. This one's actually really interesting. The away kit is all black, and if you can't zoom in and see this on your screen, guys, it's got these like interesting, almost like crinkle cut fry shapes that go
Waffle
back and
fries.
forth. Yeah, like just like interesting, like I don't know, these zigs and zags in their accent colors. So it's like very green heavy, very orangey heavy, and they kind of zig back and forth on a completely like I don't want to say it's plain black. It's almost got like a blackish green tint to it.
Greenish, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
really interesting color, but I don't mind it. I actually don't mind this for a dark kit. I think it's unique to Nigeria. So, how do you feel about this one?
I think it looks like if I were to go to an ugly Christmas party, a ugly Christmas sweater party,
That's a good take.
this is what I'm gonna wear this year.
That's a good take. That's a good take. Actually, it's got holiday vibes for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I? Here's the question I ask myself: do I like it better? Let's just say first and foremost, do you like it better than let's start here than the Australia away? I do.
Yes,
Okay.
I do
Now,
too.
if we were to cross up into this, I actually think it's got more going for it than some of these classic kind of home kits.
Mm.
I think where it starts to really kind of come into competition would be maybe the Jamaica kit, maybe Australia. I would even go as far as like maybe the Italy kit. Yeah, this one's
You know
tough.
what? Just put it there. I think so. I think so.
It looks
Because
good,
you know
man.
we keep just just piling on poor Australia's colors, the green and the
Yeah.
that combination is just not doing it for us, I
Yeah,
think.
it's gonna keep working its way down, I think. And speaking
Yeah.
of green, the home Nigeria kit is very interesting. Nigeria, I think, is a country kind of known for going very eccentric with their kits, right? The colors, the designs, everything. And while this one's just plain green, it's also got the black and white accents on the sleeves in a very unique way. The green itself even is a little bit brighter than I think what they traditionally use for their home kits. So I'm not mad at this one. People can say it's a little plain, but I'm not mad at this one. I do think it's a slight step down from their away kit because it is very very basic. But I would almost blame Nike on that than I
Yeah.
would blame Nigeria. But I do think it's better than the standard home kits that we've seen for some of these countries. I mean, I don't know. Would you put it above Brazil or Spain?
Um, I would put it above the 2, yeah.
What about
I think
China?
it's one of my favorite green because usually like the green kits are terrible because either like the shading or whatever it is, but for this one, the cuff is interesting. Again, we can't really see the collar. We don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But I also like the shade of green too. It's not boring. It pops. When you're
Yep.
gonna watch a football match with this jersey, you're gonna actually be able to tell where the players are.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I
And
don't know. I like it.
I
I
want to
like
see the
it.
full kit too. Like I'm kind
Yeah.
of curious to see if that white and black comes into the fold anywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, I keep it above China. I think it's got like just interesting tints to the color. I don't know. It's bold in a good way. It's very vibrant color. I like it. Okay, now moving on to Norway. Both of these very very basic. I can't say that enough. This is one of the most basic kits I've seen, and not basic in a bad way. Like we looked at Haiti, where it's actually not very basic. Right? Haiti's got a lot going on with its kit. Norway is just it's just they tried to put their country colors wherever they could, and it's just it looks like the template design for a Nike kit in a soccer.com magazine. I don't know if anybody's ever like flipped to the back of those. We can order kits for your team. These like the first designs that you see. Remove the badge, and like it's just like a template kit design. That's what it looks like to me. Um, I don't know. You know how I feel about white kits. I'm not a fan. I think that for me, this probably goes somewhere in the ill category.
Yeah.
Um, where should we slot it in?
I think it's let me see. What is that green one?
This one's Ireland, and
Okay.
then Canada's at the very end of it here. I think it could.
It's a little better than the Canada one.
Yeah, it's got blue accents here, so for that
Yeah.
reason, but it's literally the same
It's the
template
same.
design. I think we
It's
have
the
to put
same.
this one in front of England too, just for that reason. Like all of these Nike kits, exactly the same.
Mm.
It blows my mind. And the only reason we put this Nike kit down here is because that god awful Ronald McDonald yellow.
Oh,
Other than that, that's the only thing saving these kits. But
yeah.
but yeah, it's they don't look that good. And then the red, exact same design, nothing different, just red.
I
Just
like the
red.
shade, but nothing really other than that. I wouldn't like burn it.
Is it better than the Norway white kit?
I think so.
Okay. So then for that reason, is it better than Ireland, the green kit?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe just
Then
the shade.
the
But I
next
would
the
that's
next
pretty
white,
much it.
that's pretty much it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that. All right. So New Zealand, another basic kit, man. White, blue down the sides. Nike fumbled the bag so hard on these kits, man. Like, try a little bit. Like, it's just, and I don't even know what New Zealand's official colors even look like. I know that they're famous, right? They're globally famous for all black. And that's in multiple sports, not just in football. In rugby, they have this insanely famous rugby team that wears all black, but the All Blacks. But the away kit to me is just, I don't know. It's got to be somewhere down here, right? It's got to be somewhere down here. It
I'm not
could
a big
it
fan
could
either.
even be worse than the Canada kit.
I wouldn't put it as worse just because like the that ugly Canadian collar, nothing's gonna beat that.
Is
Unless
it
I
better or
mean
worse
maybe
than Norway?
oh, I think it's a little better.
Okay, now
Just
England
a little.
England probably be,
Uh
I don't know. You have to imagine the collars are all the same because it probably
yeah.
is. The collars are all probably the same. Again, just a different shade of blue. So do you
Oof.
prefer England or New Zealand? I don't think it even matters, to be honest.
I don't it's literally the same thing. The only thing that's changed is like the logo. That's it.
Yeah, that we'll leave that one there. Now the black one is better. It is better. It does have
I
these
like it.
like I don't know what type of tree that really is, or the branches of trees that are kind of just sparsed in a camo type of way. It is all black, reminiscent of New Zealand across multiple sports. And I imagine this is a kit that they're probably going to be rocking most of the time. So it's a dark kit. I love a dark kit. I do think that I guess maybe they could have done a little bit more with it, but considering it's Nike, my bar is not very high for their kits this year. It's middle of the park for me. I think it's got to be somewhere in here in this tier. I just don't know where do we put this one?
I would you know me, I love black kits.
Yeah,
And I think that's like pretty much the only
all
like
black.
out and out, yeah, like all black kit, really. So I would yeah, I think where you have it is actually good.
Yeah, just slightly above
Yeah, just
Nigeria.
like yeah, just somewhere in there.
Yeah, and I think that like I don't think I'd rock this over the classic Netherlands look.
Yeah.
Italy to me went bold and I like it. France went bold and I like it. So I think that this is probably fair. I think that New Zealand, they are the host nation. I imagine they'll get the pick over what kits they wear most often. And I do like this black one. I think it suits them well. Now on to two kits that I'm not excited about at all. So let's get to these quickly. Panama. Panama, a smaller country. It is what it is. They're in the Gold Cup for CONCACAF right now on the men's side of things, but and the men's side has very similar kits. They're just like plain Reebok. I will say Reebok to me is kind of nostalgic. You know, I think the kits of yesteryear before Nike came into it in a big way, before Adidas came in, splashed a bunch of cash. Reebok and Puma were like the kits that you wore, and so it's kind of cool seeing a Reebok logo on a kit. But outside of that, I'm just not a fan. This is just not that great looking to me. I mean, I'm very inclined to burn this kit. Like
I would burn both the home and away.
I don't know. So
They remind me of the Haiti one, actually. It's like literally the same design. The only thing that's different is the color.
yeah,
It's just
and even
like
Costa
switched.
Rica, it's just not.
Yeah.
They just don't look good. I'll give red benefit of the doubt. Now we have one of the first guys in this list where all three kits are available. This one is for the Philippines. We have purple, the white and blue vertical stripes, and then I guess we're calling it red. I don't want to call it maroon. Red with the gold stripes, which is and they're pinstripes. It looks pretty damn good. Let's go with the purple. This one's actually very, very interesting. I feel like Colombia would have gone in this direction. We talked about it before.
Mhm.
The all purple, the badge, the yellow Adidas emblem to me looks sexy. I can't tell if they have red around the cuff of the sleeve. It might.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah. So it looks pretty good. It's like a classic purple, a dark purple, but it's
Yeah.
it's it's still kind of bold because of the color itself, and then it's got the right amount of accents on it. So I like this one. I'm not mad at it.
I like it. I would honestly put it as solid.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so
Good.
too.
Yeah.
So I might I might leave it here only because everything else in Solid has very intricate designs.
Mhm.
This one is very, very basic, but the color itself is
The
bold as
color.
hell.
Yeah.
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 I'll keep this one here. I think I would still rock the hell out of this kit. And now equally, this one is probably the most design heavy from the Philippines. Adidas went all out for this one. It's got strong Argentina vibes. Um, it's got the white and the blue, even the blue itself and the vertical stripes. It's like off between it's offset between dark and light blue. The gold around the trim around the neck, around the collar of the sleeves. I'm not mad at it. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I'm not a white kit person, and there's a lot of white on this one, but I'm not mad at it.
I think it's better than the Argentina one. Because
That
if
is
you if you
that's a
if you
bold take. I like that
if
one
you
though.
compare them to each other, they literally have the same thing, right? Like the white kit with the stripes, they both have a collar, they both have the arm and the stripes, they both have the cuff. Which one is better?
I actually agree with you. Hey, look,
Yeah.
this goes back to what I think we should have done before. Only because it's not a knock on Argentina, but only because
Mhm.
it's just like the only one that stands out as solid is the classic home kit when we've been kind of putting a lot of these classic kits in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Um, I just think we got to move this down. I think that just because everybody knows this, it's what we expect from Argentina every single year.
Mm.
It's right up there with like this Netherlands kit, right? This New Zealand kit, this
Mhm.
Australia kit, this Jamaica kit, this Germany kit. I think it's just like what you expect out of that country every major tournament.
Mhm.
You're right. This Philippines kit, it's better than this one. It's got more to it visually. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that it's Philippines. Is that weird? Like Philippines being a tiny country, out of Southern Asia, I'm not mad at this one. I like this one a lot. I think would you put this above the England kit?
Oh, I would.
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
personally would.
I think
Yeah.
so too. It's got a good look to it. Let me move this one back. There we go. So I like that one. Look, Philippines, man, strong finish. I think in the solid category. This is probably going to be
Yeah.
the smallest country up here.
Mhm.
And then finally the third kit, all red, gold pinstripes, gold Adidas emblem, gold trim around the badge itself, and then you got blue and gold mixed in on the cuffs of the sleeves as well as the collar. It's an interesting look. Philippines did this right, I think, all the way through. I think all three of their kits look good.
Yeah, I do think that that red one is the worst out of the 3 though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's bad. Like I think
It's not, yeah, it's
it's
not
probably
bad
like
at all.
somewhere
Mhm.
in the meh. The one it's most comparable to probably is Jamaica. In all honesty, they look
Yeah, it
almost
kinda looks like
exactly
it.
the same.
Mhm.
And well, just more stripes on the Philippines jersey. But
Mhm.
in terms of like design template, like they're pretty close. Which one do you like more?
I don't know. I think just the red looks better.
Yeah.
I think the
Okay.
red looks better, but again, it's not really the fault of the kid, it's just, the color.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna adjust the size really quick. Okay, so we can still see everything. All right, perfect. Um, this one, the away kit for Portugal. After a tournament where we saw Nike completely, and maybe it was Portugal, I have no idea, but one of the worst kits at the 2022 Men's World Cup, in my opinion, was Portugal. I hated that kit. I think
I
it was
agree.
terrible. I think the women's away, it's got US vibes on it for sure, but it looks good. It's this off white with
Really?
the green. I think it looks good. I think the
It
green and
looks like
red
a
specs
candy can
in a good way. Like I'm
in a
I'm
good way.
hungry now. You know what I mean? Like it looks good. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's like they tried something a little bit bold. It's got like confetti vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. To me, at a minimum, it needs to be in the meh category. But I'm not mad if you're like, hey, I'll throw that up in solid. I mean, we don't have
Yeah.
to, but I do think that this is not a bad kit. I would put bad kits to me in the bottom two categories. To me, this is
Yeah.
not bad.
Because it's white, would you say it's better than the France or the Italy one? Because I feel like maybe it belongs somewhere in there.
Ooh, that's a great question. I'll probably leave it here. I think
Mm.
I take Italy. I take France.
Yeah.
This one is just very, very basic. I don't even like white kits that much, but to me, it's like an off white. The green color itself is really interesting. I like it. I'm okay with it. I think Nike. This is one of the few that Nike actually got
Yeah.
decently. I'm okay with that spot. To me, it's good. The red Portugal kit, I take it or leave it. I don't really care. I think it's as basic as it comes. I'll leave this one up to you, Alina. I mean, I don't know if you're even like rocking this one. There's literally
It
nothing but
it
red on it.
it kinda reminds me of the other, is it Norway?
Oh,
The other red one on the
put it right
eagle.
there.
It's literally reminds me of that. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
and maybe
It's the
maybe
exact same shade too.
seriously, and
Exact
look,
same shade.
maybe with all the Nike kits, the collars might have like the little accent color, but I don't think it changes it at all. I think it's just a plain red kit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm leaving it there. I think we keep that one there. The white one, at least they tried something different here, and it's a little more bold. All right, we're getting close to the end here. We're not far at all. We do have another country with 3 kits available to critique here, and this one is South Africa. Okay, so South Africa went with 3 colors. The
Mhm.
first is this. I don't know what we call this. Is it like blue green, like aqua? I don't know what type of green that really is, but it's an interesting green because it's different than the actual green that's on their nation's flag and their color
Yeah.
scheme. But it's got yellow mixed in there. It's got 3 different logos. All of their kits do. It's got the outfitter as well as their national team badge, and I think maybe just their federation badge.
Mhm.
But either way, 3 different badges, which is very unique. And then there's like I don't know the blue green is just like I don't know. It's mixed color all the way through. It's kind of got similar vibes to like the Italian kit where it's just like wavy in there kind of for no reason. I don't know how you feel about this one. I feel like this one might be the away.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite like greenish kit out of all of them.
Okay, so that means we're automatically putting it above
Yeah.
guys like Nigeria.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think to me, it's just very, very unique. The gold trim on the outside, the gold around the cuffs, the 3 badges and emblems are really kind of throwing me off in a
A
good
little
way.
weird.
It's a
Oh, in
little
a good
weird,
way.
but
In
I'm
a good
I'm
way.
cool with it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
even without the number, there's still a lot going on up here, and in all honesty, it would be very plain without the 3.
I like the pattern. The pattern is what makes it unique as well.
Yeah, I think it's middle of the
Yeah.
park. I think it's above Nigeria because Nigeria is very, very plain, and the rest of these kits are minus the Brazil one, very, very plain.
Mm.
Um, I'll keep it there. I like that one. We'll keep that one there. Now, the home one, very basic as they come. Um, are you a gold fan? Like, are you a gold and a dark collar fan? Because if you're not, you're not gonna like this kit. Um,
Mm.
I don't know.
I
How
think
do you feel about this one?
how I feel about that one is it kind of gives me it's like a mixture of the Australia home and the Brazil home. I
Okay.
I I don't think it's quite as interesting as the Australia home, but I do think it's better than the Brazil home.
Yeah, that's a good take actually.
This
Um,
is kind of in the middle. Like it looks like both of if both of them were combined, we would get that kid.
okay. All right, that's what we'll do. We'll put it above. We'll think it right here. I agree with you. This yellow is interesting, and still these two, especially Spain, just very very clean cut, classic looks, and not
Mhm.
a ton of risk taken. Where there's a ton of risk taken with South Africa's final kit, the 3rd kit. This one, ugh, I'm just not a fan. But
I
anyway,
would burn it.
yeah, I would burn this too.
I would
It's
burn
just
that.
it's got way too much going on. Like they almost
Mhm.
went way too far with this. This is I don't even know where to slot it in.
Is that the worst kit?
It might be. It might be because the other ones are bad because they're plain and nothing's going on.
Mhm.
This one had so much going on that I'm just like, oh, it's just
I
not
hate it.
good. Does yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, this could be the worst kit. We'll leave that one there.
I don't
That's
think they're ever
another
gonna
day.
wear that. They're not wearing that.
I don't know. I hope not.
I hope
I
they
hope
don't.
yeah, I
I
hope
hope
they
they
stick
don't
with
wear
these
that.
two. Okay, now Korea, the Korea Republic rocking their, I mean, kind of classic looks. They always go with the red, they always go with the white, but I do like the accent colors they chose for some of this. And the first one up is the away one. It's well, I think it might be their home. It's very very bold. It's got this like pink salmon red accent color on the outside, classic red look all the way around. That same accent color around the cuffs of the sleeves, and I imagine like all Nike kits, it's got those collar slits right here with probably that same accent color.
Mm.
So I think it's okay. I think it's decent. I think it's a bold color choice, which can be good, can be bad depending on who you are. But I'm not mad at it. I'm just not buying one of these.
I think I would put it, like, on the top of the ew category, honestly.
Yeah.
It
Like
kind
it's
of,
it's a risk, but it's just I don't vibe with it.
yeah, yeah.
What about the white one? The white one's got the red and blue accents, navy, and similar type of setup on on the collar. You can kind of tell that there's a navy side, and then there's another color on the back that wraps around the back end of the kit, and then you have a navy around the collar. And I imagine there's probably some red that comes
Yeah.
into those accents as well. So it is kind of plain, kind of, but they tried a little bit, I guess, on this one.
I do think like the Japan one. I think that's a Japan one, right? The OA Japan.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, like the pink and the lavender. I think that looks better.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, yeah, it actually
Mm.
does. I mean, it's better to look at. It's more visually appealing for sure.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. That works for me. So, with Switzerland, again, guys, the only country that has one of the few countries that has only one kit on here.
Mm.
It's pretty classic: red, white pinstripe, white collar, white sleeves. I don't know how you feel about this one. I take it or leave it.
I
I'll
think
let
it's
you decide.
one of the better red ones. I think it's better than the other two.
All right, we'll put it there.
I like kind of like that shade, like it's darker on the bottom and then it, lighter on the top.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. I think that works perfectly.
Mm.
Sweden, we have blue and yellow. The blue one, super interesting. In maybe a bad way, not really sure. Dark and light blue, yellow accents, some navy in there as well. But it's just a mixture of the blues in the middle of the kit that I'm not sure how I feel about. I'm really inclined because it's a bold color choice to put it in meh. Like it's not bad, but it's not great. I probably wouldn't buy it. But I also wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not touching that ever, like ever. Like if somebody
Mm.
gave me that kit, I'd probably rock it. But I'm not going out of my way to buy that thing.
Yeah, I like the color combination. Like the yellow looks really nice with the blue, but I don't like the pattern.
Is it better than Italy?
No.
Okay, so then I think
Yes, yes, yes. I changed my mind.
it's better than Italy. Okay,
Yeah, I think so. I think it's better.
perfect. So let me
Because
put
the Italy one
this.
just kind of looks wrinkled. That's my issue with it.
And then we have the classic Sweden look. Badge moving to the middle of the chest, right underneath the Adidas emblem. So again, one of those ones that goes right down the middle. And this yellow, I will say, looks a little more metallic. Like it's got like this goldish type of feel to it. Could be good, could be bad. Not really sure. I think we have to see one of these in person. But I wouldn't be opposed to putting this somewhere near where we put South Africa's kit. It's got like a
I
similar
honestly
vibe
like
to
it.
it. Yeah.
I
Got a
like it. Yeah.
got a similar vibe to it. I'd probably rock that one. That was not bad. So we'll put that one in the middle of the park. Like it's good. But both the Sweden kits are good, not great, not goaded. Now I think the one that everybody's kind of waiting for, the U.S.
Mm.
women's national team. USA rocking the first. We'll go with the blue kit first, which I believe is their away.
Mhm.
It's got that same textured feel that the France kit has, that the Netherlands kit has, but it's all about the color choice. It is the boldest of the two, all blue, the red and blue accents around the sleeves, the badge is all red, the Nike emblem's all red, and the accents around the collar are red. I like this one. I've been watching it a lot with the men's
Yeah.
Gold Cup right now. I do like this one. How do you feel about this one?
I like it too. I think it's like one of the better Nike home ones where you can
Yeah.
actually see, like the color is not solid. There is some creativity with it. There is some sort of pattern. I like the color combination too. I like the kind of like that poppy red
Yeah.
with it's like a mixture of like a dark purple and blue. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
take it over Japan?
I would. I would.
I would too, actually. And this is probably where I keep it. I think
Yeah.
these others are a little more bespoke, a little more interesting. Now, the home kit, very similar to the Portugal kit, right? Portugal,
Yeah.
it's a little more like confetti. This one's more like someone just got done painting, right? Like there's just kind of splotches of paint everywhere. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think it works. It works as a kit. It's just not my favorite. I like the blue one better, in my opinion. But I will say the Nike emblem is gold. I think that there are some gold accents, like very lightly splotched in here with the blue. So it's interesting, but not the sexiest kit to look at. So
Mhm.
where do you slot this one?
I would put it like behind the Japan one.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I think that this one is solid.
Oh,
USA.
no, no, not in the solid, in the ew category, 'cause that's
Oh,
where, like, we're keeping the
interesting.
white kits.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
like this one. I like this one. All right. I'm down. We'll keep it there. It's just, it's gonna be all white kit. It's like someone just got a paintbrush with some paint on it, just
Yep. Just
smacked it against it, and we're
through it.
and we move on. That's it. That's our kit for this year. Last two countries, boys and girls. Last two countries. We got Vietnam. I'm not impressed with these kits at all, Alina. I don't like these. You have first the classic white with the red sleeves. The jersey itself looks a little more metallic. It's not a great kit. We'll see Vietnam wear it. I don't know what it's going to look like. It is, I believe it's their first time at the World Cup. So congrats to them. But I don't like this kit. I think it's just very, very plain. Where would you put it? Would you bracket with all the other white kits, or is it worse?
I think it's a little better. A little better than the Canada one, but like not by that much.
Not by much. Yeah,
Not by much at all.
I would probably put it here. And then the red one
I
is
would
even
burn that.
more plain.
I would burn that.
Oh God! Look at this. It's almost the exact same as the Denmark one. It's just that the Denmark has more going for it. I would actually probably put this like somewhere right there. Like it's just not a good kit.
One of the worst ones.
Yeah, not a good kit. And then finally, not to be forgotten, I believe they're also another debutante for this World Cup, Zambia. Zambia's coming to the World Cup with 3 different kits. They all look phenomenal for the most part, right? Some of them are very basic. I think these two are interesting because of the color scheme, but the white one's probably the most basic that you see here. And I think we got to slot it in somewhere around these white kits. It's just, it's not that great. The yellow kit.
That one I think is I think it's better than the other two.
But it's like,
It's okay.
Yeah. And same with the green, right? I mean, like both these two kits, do they go above the meh category?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say they're solid.
No. So here, then we have to. Me personally, I'm sorry. I would like they're better, and I like Zambia. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm rooting for the country more than like Australia. I might just leave it like this. I mean, I think the which one do you like better, the green or the gold?
I like the gold.
Okay. Yeah. I think it might leave it like this. I think Meh has the most teams in there because of how mediocre some of these outfitters really went with their kit designs. But overall, guys, I think this is a fantastic tier list. I think we only have 3 that are goated. I think 1 will surprise everybody.
Oh gosh, not the brown one.
Yeah, I think Jamaica's going to surprise everybody. But I do think that, look, Canada and Germany, y'all crushed the kit game this year. I think there's so many that are good and solid, And then from there, more than enough to choose from in the meh category. I think I would still buy a lot of those, but there are just some that I'm just like not overly impressed with. And from there, the bottom, I could do away with ooh and burn it. All of these can go away, and I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. So I don't know. It's this is a great tier list. Is there anything else you would move before we go?
I don't think I would, but I'm still kind of doubting myself over my controversial choice for the Jamaica one.
Okay, so we could put it in solid if you want to rethink it.
You know what? Move it down to solid so I will still get flamed, but not as I'm not gonna get as roasted.
Where would you put it?
Oh man.
At the bottom, above the Philippines
between the Argentina and is it the England one?
No, that's the Netherlands kit.
Oh, Netherlands. Yeah, I would put it there.
Nice. Okay. I like this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final tier list. If you made it to the final end of the episode, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. If you guys haven't done so already, you like the video, like it down below, sub to the channel. Women's World Cup is coming. Guys, get ready. There's not a ton of coverage out there just yet, but it will get here soon. We're going to be locked in here at Goals TV, and there's going to be a plenty of Women's World Cup content coming to this channel very, very soon. All right, guys? So, Alina, I appreciate it again. Thanks for the tier list. This was a ton of fun. A lot of hot takes in here for everybody. And go grab your kits, guys. I'm already itching to grab mine. I'll be rocking a few for this World Cup this year in this summer. All right, guys. That was the tier list. We'll see you guys in the next one.